Hello everyone, my name is Aaron Collins and this is another rendition of me addressing worldly issues in a godly way. One of the duties of a public servant is to, as the name entails, is to be a service to the public. Now when you have public servants abusing their duties, i.e. police officers shooting unarmed citizens, that becomes a problem. However, this case happens to be a little bit different. In Ohio, in a place called Franklin Township, we have a volunteer firefighter. He was on his social media account and he made the statement that he would rather save one dog than 1,000,000 niggas. Now, we all know with the current climate that we're living in, that's not too surprising. However, this is very indicative, once again, of what we're living in today. We have public servants, whether they're volunteer or full-time workers. This should not be coming out of his mouth. He made the statement and he was obviously reprimanded, well, so we would like to think. The company, the fire company he's part of, they said they would have a meeting, a discussion to decide his future. Now, to me and any other person of sound mind, it should be obvious what his future should be. He should be let go and not allowed to work with that fire department, and for that matter, with any fire department. Because when you have people like that, that are involved with saving lives and pulling people from burning buildings and rescuing them, making statements like that, then that right there, that there in itself is dangerous. Now, do I love animals? Of course, I love animals. I love dogs, I love cats. But they don't take precedence over humanity. They don't take precedence over a human being's life. Because when it comes to it, I'm going to go save the human being first. Now, in today's society, with the current administration, once again, that we have in the White House, that sort of behavior has been condoned among public servants. But that's not the only problem. The other part of that problem is how us as black people keep allowing things like this to happen. See, the fact that this volunteer firefighter would feel even bold, feel even comfortable enough to even make a statement like that, and whether it's out in public or on social media, the fact that he feels comfortable to do this, that should be a problem in itself. That is a problem. But because of the passive-mindedness of some of us, this is allowed to continue on and continue on. Now, I've stated this before, but when we unify, when we come together, when we strategize, when we do some boycotts, when we decide to pool our money together and take our money out of establishments that support this sort of thing, then real change can happen. But so many of us are content with, well, it was an isolated incident and, you know, you just got to learn to get over it and get past it. You know, it's kind of hard to get over and get past something that is constantly, perpetually happening to you every single day. And just because it doesn't happen to me personally, it happens to people that look like me. So that's how I look at that. That's how I choose to see that. But this should not be going on with public servants. Now, once again, it was stated that he was a volunteer firefighter, so he wasn't a full-time employee. But his chances of being a full-time employee should definitely be null and void. He should be shown the front door. But we already know how this usually turns out. We know the narrative that they're going to probably give him a stern talking to, probably a slap on the wrist, maybe a few weeks off or whatever, and then he'll be phased back in as if nothing ever happened. Now, I could be wrong, but I'm speaking on what's been known to happen, and this is just with police officers who have shot unarmed black people and have been acquitted and have gotten off. Now, one of them serving a lick of jail time, and these folks are guilty of murder. But you got a firefighter who's directly responsible for saving human lives, saying that he would rather save one dog than save 1 million niggas. That's a problem. Because the firefighter, well, that's the next best thing. That's the next thing closest to an EMT. But anyway, everyone, like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. No, we need to get some dialogue going on about this. This is something that should not be allowed to happen, because once again, that is a very dangerous position to be in when you're in a situation of literal life and death, or in a burning home, and you got people, idiots like that running around. And he even said that once he saves the dog, he would take his time saving the man. The fact that, once again, the fact that he could even make this statement and be bold enough to even say something like that, it should upset you. Something like this needs to upset people. This is where heads need to start ringing. But we got to get on board. Everyone has to be on the same page. It has to get on board for real change. So that's how that works. I guarantee that if something like this happened, say in the 60s, when Dr. King was still alive, when Malcolm was still alive, when Rosa was still alive, I guarantee they would have had some changes. They would have done some boycotts. Something that we don't do today. Something that we need to get back to doing. But some of us are so content with our own mediocre lives, with, oh well, some of us are so content with just bawling and just getting along just to get along, to where you would accept abuse from oppressors. And that right there is unacceptable. You can't continue to allow white supremacists to continue to disenfranchise us. We can't allow a white supremacist system to continue to disenfranchise us. What is it going to take for us as black people to wake up? I mean, seriously, what is it going to take for us to really get some change going? Seriously, let's get some dialogue started on this. Because this is very disturbing. Very disturbing. Once again, like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Hit the bell icon below and get notified anytime I drop another video. So remember, everyone, God loves you. I love you. Let's do life.